going through some physical problems, going through some mental problems, I would just test everything, right? And I
Yeah.
would see, I wouldn't listen to anybody about your body. I would test what works for you, right? So I would say, all right, let me test another
Try it.
diet. Okay, that didn't really work. Let me try something else. But I would just go through everything and see what really works for you. Because in my opinion, most doctors are kind of guessing anyway. So they don't really know how you feel inside your body. So I would test everything. That's why I like when they say the supreme science of Kriya Yoga. We test it, we observe it, we experience it, so we know it, right? So you know your body better than anybody. And I would just say, test what works best for your body, right? And what uplifts you. When I started on the path of Kriya Yoga, I wanted to learn all the Kriyas. And I basically tested them and I said, these ones really work for me, putting them in my pocket, put them in my toolbox. These ones don't work for me. Maybe they work for other yogis, but they don't really uplift me. So
Yeah.
putting them on the side, right? Putting those on pause. But really find what works for you and uplifts you and makes you feel the best. And that's probably the best because, a lot of people out here are going to try to say this works best for your body. This is what you should do. But really, the person who has the best discernment and discrimination is you, right? You are the best healer of your body. You are the best knower of your body. So don't let other people's science become your science. Use your science and what makes you feel the best. That's probably the best way and relieves your pain and helps you the best. That's what I would say. So just because somebody wears a white coat doesn't mean they know how you feel inside your body. You know how you feel in your body, and use your own discrimination and discernment to see what works for you. That is probably the best way to heal yourself. So
Hmm.
try it all, test it, and observe it. And what makes you feel the best, that is probably the best thing to do for your body. Are you feeling spiritually lost? Like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic, and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. Isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com.
I don't know. Donnie says I'm not saying that. So where did we go wrong? Like, so his comment was, yes, a well-oiled machine is my. Oh wait, here we. No, well, it is my girlfriend together. We are the dragon. Oh, okay. Okay, there's two
Yeah,
two Donnies.
when you have a twin flame, you have one fire and she has another fire and you become together, it's a super fire. So you turn into a super dragon,
Yeah.
not a small dragon, a super dragon. And sometimes, in my case, this happened to me a lot. I'm a man, so I'm too attached to the masculine. And it's hard for a man to become accepting a more female energy or Shakti. So it's good to have the balance of the Shakti, right? Instead
Yeah.
of too much masculine, not enough feminine. You want the Ida and the Pingala. You want the masculine and the feminine. You want the Shiva and the Shakti. So it's always the good to have some real pure Shakti feminine energy to balance you out. Because I definitely needed that. I had all mantra diksha for all male deities, Shiva, Krishna, Ganesha. My guru said, no balance in that. You need
Yeah.
feminine, and that's when I got Lakshmi and Saraswati and Kali, balance it out, right? we started a new thing this week. The first one is up. It's called Mantra Monday. So I do one mala, 108 raksha beads of a mantra, right? So this one was Babaji. We just filmed before this class. Mataji. So we're balancing it, right? Male, female,
Female.
male, female, male, female. So that's how we're gonna go back and forth to have that balance. All males, no balance, you know. So you always want to have that balance. And if you're lucky enough to have a female partner on the spiritual path that gives you that balance, that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, not a small dragon, a big dragon.
Yes.
Not a small fire, a big fire, right? Super fire, right? One fire, another fire.
Yeah.
Together merges one super fire. One dragon, another dragon merged together, big dragon, you know? I used to watch this cartoon when I was younger. It's called Voltron, right? It was like Voltron Activate. So it was all the robots coming together to create a big robot, you know, who will always beat the Godzilla, the dragon, whatever it was, you know, the monster. So, you know, if you can have strength in numbers, then you always win the fight, you know?
Yes. Oh, Mariana. Mariana says, I know I overstretched my wrists at the gym back in 2019 doing the full wheel pose. They started cracking and moving out of place after that. Oh man.
Yeah, that definitely happens. I can relate. The full wheel pose. The problem with the full wheel pose is once you go up, you're locked into that, right? So if your wrists are a little off center, like not balanced, or your feet, yeah, that can happen. I've twisted my wrist many a times in the full wheel pose, so I know exactly what you're talking about, you know? So it's important. I learned this the hard way before you go up into the full wheel pose to make sure you have all your weight distributed evenly, right? So if your foot's a little off, you know, and Vedguru Dev try to be a yogic superhero, so he's like, I'm gonna ride this out, you know. Then you come down, you're like, ooh man, got my wrist, you know, got my ankle, you know, like I held that too long, you know. Especially like when you're in the presence of your guru and he's like watching you, you're like, you okay, Vedguru Dev? Yes. Then you come down and you're like, oh man, I held that way too long, you know, like I didn't have my wrist in the proper position. So yeah, it happens. But I would say if you do the full wheel pose, just make sure you're aligned, right? Make sure your weight is equally balanced, because I know from experience, just having your wrist a little off,
you
know, it can put you out the game for a couple days, you know. You know, I remember there's one asana we have. It's like the kneeling pose of firmness, Supta Vajra Asana, right? And for whatever reason, my Achilles were super tender, right? And what I like about this asana, I call it a time bomb, right? So when you do the asana, you're like, no problem. I relaxed in the ease with this. Next day, you wake up, you try to walk down the stairs, you're walking down sideways, you know, like, ooh, man, my calves, that I held that way too long. So some of these asanas, you don't feel it in the moment, but the next day you feel it. So take it easy, you know, like, don't be like Vedguru Dev, like, oh, I could sit in here all day. Wrong.
Wrong.
Next day you're out of commission, right? You got to walk down the stairs backwards, like, oh. So yeah, just take it. These asanas, you should take it slowly and gently. Like, you know, if you feel any discomfort or any pain, just come down, you know. Don't try to ride it out, or don't try to look cool, you know. Just try to come down, you know. So I've learned the hard way. Anytime I'm in the full wheel pose and I feel a little off, I'm like, let me just come down, you know. It doesn't feel right today. Or some days you feel really right. You're breathing into your spine and it just feels a blissful process. But yeah, I wouldn't overdo it. I would listen to your body. Your body's the best teacher. That your body would tell you, right? Like, all right, you'll feel like a click. Or if you start feeling pops in your joints from doing any asana, just come down, right? Like it's like your body giving you like a warning signal, like, all right, like enough of that, Today, I've had some days where I wanted to do the full wheel pose and it just wasn't happening. I can't explain it. So some days you got to say, oh, I guess it's not meant to be today. I'm not going to force it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hurt myself. I'm going to just let it flow.
Yeah.
And any of these kriyas, any of these yogic practices, any sadhana should be a blissful, relaxed, comfortable process, right? If you feel pain in anything, like I always say in the class, just come down, right? Because pain is blocking the flow of prana. You feel like something inside you is quietly breaking down, like you've tried all the right things, meditation apps, self-help books, endless YouTube rabbit holes, but nothing matters. The emptiness just stays. The world keeps spinning faster. You are drained by the noise and pressure of it all. You are not broken. You are just disconnected from your soul. And that's exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system. This isn't another feel-good video that fades by tomorrow. This is a living spiritual practice, a step-by-step system to heal yourself within. So if you're exhausted from searching, I invite you to take the first step. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. So you always want to be in a comfortable, relaxed state. That's how you go super deep into meditation or super deep into your asana practice, just by relaxing into it. So anytime you start feeling any pain or discomfort, or you start hearing your bones pop, I would just come out of it. You don't want to force it. You want to feel the bliss in doing the asanas. So yeah, but I definitely understand where you're coming from, Mariana, because I've definitely had that experience multiple times,
Yeah.
And sometimes I go into samadhi and I'm sitting in the lotus position, full lotus. Like that one day I happened to go into samadhi for 5 days, right? And my legs were totally gone, right? Like I couldn't stand up at all. They were gone, right? I had to do everything in my power for 2 days to bring back blood and life to my legs. They were gone, right? Yeah, so I was totally gone after a 5 day samadhi,
Yeah.
no
That's crazy.
eating, no drinking, just gone, but it was worth it. My legs came back eventually, a lot of windshield wipers, a lot of butterfly, a lot of rock the baby, right and left side, knee up, knee down, all day. That was probably my sadness for the next 2 days. But yeah, so just listen to your body, Don't try to be a yogic superhero. If you feel any pain or discomfort or hear any pops or anything, just come out, That would be my best advice, And I've learned the hard way because I've been, I've injured myself by trying to be a yogic superhero. And I came to the realization, when I do my asanas, no one's watching anyway. So who am I really proving anything to? Nobody, right? I'm just hurting myself for no reason, So if you're not trying to impress anybody or your friends, it doesn't make no sense anyway. Just come out. No one's watching or paying attention anyway.
Oh, well, Mariana says, I don't tan usually. I am so white, and then I get red, then white again. Haha. Redheads don't have a good skin.
Yeah, me too.
Oh,
I'm pretty
yeah,
pale,
I'm
like,
pretty
so,
white
like,
too.
going out, like when I do the soul talks on the Thailand beach, I kind of got to shade the top of my head. The first one, I burned the top of my head. I don't have too much blockages of hair up here,
Yeah.
so I don't have a lot of hair anyway. So yeah, so yeah, some people who are fair skinned or pale skinned, the sun is their enemy, right? Or you don't want to stay out there too long. Because me, like Mariana, I'll be red lobster, right?
Yeah.
So you have to use your own discernment, right? But that's another one, right? You're like, oh, the sun feels very blissful, and then you get out the sun and you go home and you're all bright red, right, like a
Yeah.
lobster, and you're like, oh, too long, right? It felt good,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna pay for that tomorrow. My skin is gonna be burning
Yeah.
tomorrow.
I tan with freckles. The freckles are my tan. Well,
Yeah. So yeah, go
Mariana,
ahead.
no, Noella M, not not Donnie, Noella. Like she says that natural red hair is very rare. It's one of those things people pay money to have. So I would say work with what you are given and see the beauty in it. Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's a very profound statement, Noella. Yeah, I definitely would say play with the cards you're dealt, right? Enjoy who you are. I see a lot of people in Thailand, they change their hair color, right? Be happy with who you are. This is a lesson I give to my daughter also, right? We we play with the cards we're dealt, so enjoy who you are. You've had a great gift of red hair. It's very beautiful, and enhance it, be
Yeah.
proud of it. It's a true blessing, right? So I instead of trying to change who I am, I try to play with the cards I'm dealt and enjoy it as much as I can. This is the hair color I got. It's
Yeah.
outstanding. Thank you, God. True
Thank
blessing,
you.
right? This is the body shape I got. Thank you, God. It's true blessing. This is the Kriya yogic life I have. Thank you, God. It's a true blessing. So we are grateful for what we got, not what we don't got. So be happy for what you got, not what you don't got. And yeah, we all have a blissful, outstanding radio antenna, satellite dish, an ashram transmuting the God's signal. So I would say your soul is immaculate. Your soul is untainted, untouched. So everybody's soul is the most beautiful, outstanding thing. I wouldn't change a thing if I had to do it over, right? I
Yeah.
enjoy who I am, and I have self love for who I am. My hair color is the best. My nose is the best. My face is the best. My body type is the best. I'm happy with the blessings that God has given me, and I work with the cards I'm dealt, so play with the cards you're dealt. You have a very beautiful hair tone, a very beautiful skin tone, Mariana. Keep up the good work, right?
I just heard a beautiful quote that goes with what we're talking about, and it goes, "Love the thing most you wish had not happened. What if there
Mm.
are no punishments, but they are actually gifts of God? Be grateful for everything. It's a gift to just exist." So yeah, be grateful
Yeah,
for everything.
my guru always used to say that, especially about the asanas. He used to say, love the asana you hate the most like you love it the most. So you you don't create no barriers or no restrictions for yourself. You love everything in a state of what they call in yoga equanimity, right? We don't see the good or bad. We don't see the pain or joy, the pleasure or the disappointment in anything. We love even the thing that's so called the most testing as the least testing. So that's kind of a yogic trick. We have the obstacle, we have the opposition, we change it, right? So oh, you think I hate the full wheel pose? I love it the most. Let's
Yeah.
do it, and it becomes more of a blissful experience when you see it like that. So yeah, I agree with you. Even things that are so called not to your liking, make them to your liking, and always try to live in a state of equanimity. Like there's no good or bad, there's no right or wrong, there's no right or wrong way to do any asana. we love them all equally. So that's really helped me also, because when I changed my mindset and my perception of that, it kind of dissipated the so-called dread of waking up on full wheel day. Like,
Yeah.
oh,
Ugh,
today is full
I
wheel
love it.
day, and I skip it. If you jump out of bed like, woo, full wheel day,
Yeah.
outstanding. I've been waiting for this, right? So, you kind of jump out of bed, with a big smile on your face. So approach even the worst things like the best things. That would be a good way to live in equanimity, right? Like, don't create mental barriers for yourself, Embrace everything wholeheartedly, even the most so-called bad things,
Yeah.
which
They're a good
takes some
thing.
inner mastery, but it's possible. Are you mentally exhausted, consistently overwhelmed, and just craving some peace? I used to live in that mental chaos too, but Kriya Yoga gave me something no one else could: stillness in my mind, calmness in my heart, and energy in my body. You don't have to keep living in survival mode. Book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com or join my free school at freekriyayoga.com. If this helped, leave a comment below, hit the like button, and subscribe for more videos just like this video right here.